Hey guys, Jingro's here, doing another challenge for y'all. This one, or another tag for y'all. This is ReRun Ransome's tag. So, yes. If you've watched some of my other videos, I just got done with the Maschio J's and some of the other stuff I have to read. So, we're up to this, and then I have like one video left for you guys. God, there's going to be a lot of uploading today. It will probably continue tonight, so get ready for it. Anyway, go. So ReRun Ransome's tag only has 5 questions, but they're pretty good. So let's get into it. The first one is, what influenced your style of content? Um, what influenced my style of content really is one idea that I had, and it was kind of like starting my channel. What I did when I started my channel, I started it from Danny D, and so it started out wanting to make content for a friend basically, and then as I got more friends from the community, it expanded from there. I wanted to make content where it was as if I sat down at a convention or went to a cafe or a coffee shop or something and sat down with one of you guys and just talked about manga. Really, that's the idea that came from my stuff. I didn't want it to be more. I mean, it still is entertainment value, but I didn't want it to be like that. I didn't want it to be like a TV show where um, there wasn't any connection to the audience. Maybe more maybe like the Ellen show or something. One of the shows where they actually interact with the community more, or their guests or stuff like that. Wheel of Fortune, maybe something like that. That way, there was just more that I could incorporate, because I knew if I had to do my channel based off of all this stuff of making it like a TV show or something, and not making it like a fireside chat with a friend or something, um, that I probably wouldn't have stayed with it for very long, and I wouldn't have enjoyed it as much. So that's kind of where it is. Wanting to make content based off of information and stuff, and caring for friends and stuff like that. So that's what I've carried with me the whole time, even as I've gotten 100 subs, 200 subs, 300 subs, going onward, stuff like that. So, yeah, that's kind of, I would assume, what my style is. Even though we are perfecting different things in different ways, I'm getting help from different people, teaching me how to do different stuff, because God knows I stink at computers. But so anyway, question 2: if you could bring any two anime or manga back, what would they be and why? Two anime or manga that I would bring back. It's a lot. um, Rave Master for one. I would definitely want to have Rave Master back. Um, because I know it is still out there, but I would like it to come back in print, and maybe have that come back and stuff, because it was a good series to watch. I don't feel like we ever finished it, especially on Cartoon Network when it was coming out. Sorry for the shaky camera. I'm trying to move it too much and adjust my hands. Um, but yeah, I mean, that's one of them. And I mean, like, I really want it. So anyway, we'll stop from there, because I feel like I'm going to get depressed if we talk about this anymore. Um, but another series that I would like to see come back, anime or manga. Um, really, I would probably have to say like some of the other ones that were already out from before. Ones that were Tokyo Pop related that stopped. One of the ones that I would like to see come back would be Initial D. Initial D is fantastic, and some people know about it. Not everybody knows about it. But the manga kind of went through that whole Tokyo Pop phase, and so it didn't get to really do too much, which is a little upsetting. But oh well, it happened. But that would be my two picks: Initial D and Rave Master, the manga series to come back. Um, what what mangaka is the most influential to you, in your opinion, and why? Um, I don't know if I just have one. Um, there's not really just one that influences me. I mean, if there's a series that I picked that I was like, oh, it came out from this person that I have to have. There's too many of those too. The guy for Rave Master and Fairy Tale and all that. I mean, I have almost all his works except for Rave Master. Um, the guy that does Attack on Titan. I mean, a lot of different stuff. The people that did Full Metal Alchemist and now doing Arslan. I mean, they're all really influential in a different way, because of different things, the challenges they overcome. Um, and sometimes it's not really a series. I know we can base a lot of stuff off of the different series. There may be like one series that a person has influential, and then next there's not, and it moves to somebody else. So, I mean, in that aspect, I don't know. I really don't have anybody. Probably, if I really had to sit down and pick somebody, though, it would probably be like Tezuka or somebody else that's like older that did like Astro Boy or some of our other content from back in the day, because it heavily influenced manga that we have today, and we wouldn't have had so much if it wasn't for them. So maybe something like that in that capacity. But really, there's just so many different people that are influenced that are manga writers and stuff. I mean, almost as influenced as regular novel writers. So, and you can't really just. I feel like you really can't stop at one. Anybody that does probably hasn't really gotten out there too much. Because you can have, obviously the one that you really look forward to. But I mean, there's gonna be somebody else that comes around with one series that just blows you out of the water, and it's like, whoa, like this is the person. And then you're gonna read another series, and this is the person. And then you might get another series from that first person you were influenced by, and I mean, it doesn't stop. So, I mean, there shouldn't just be one person that you're influenced by, especially when you get to the point of having so many series that you enjoy. So, yeah. Anyway, moving on from that one. We could just talk about that one all day. Number 4. If you were a manga tuber in 2012 with 30,000 subscribers, do you think your content would be different from now? Why and how? No. That one's a really easy one. I don't think I would change my content. Um, you know, we're gonna get a little philosophical. We'll just say that. So, um, old Japanese proverbs about like be the stone that's unmoving, but you also have to like go with the flow kind of thing, like all that stuff. Um, I really stick by stuff like that. There's phrases that I keep to myself, kind of like a mantra, and kind of like hold it and keep it in mind every day when I talk with people or interact or anything else like that, just to make sure, like, hey, um, I don't want to step on people's toes. I don't want to do this unless I have to. But at the same time, you have to know who you are. And like I said earlier, how I am getting a lot of help from different people in our community. There's stuff that even if I can change something to make it better, there's still stuff that I have to put my tag on. I have to be me, and I can't change it for other people. So, um, I really don't think if I had more subscribers, or even if I get 100,000 subscribers or whatever to get a YouTube award, or I mean anything like that, I don't really think that I will have changed my content at all or how I react to anything. Um, and honestly, I don't think you guys would like that at all either. If I changed myself to be like another manga tuber that you guys enjoyed or something like that, then what's the point of watching me? So, you know, that's kind of the whole insight for that. You have to be unmovable, but still have your own charisma and stuff to go with it. And so, um, honestly, there can be manga tubers that do everything exactly the same, but when it comes down to them talking to you, they both have a totally different style of doing it. So you just kind of stick with it and learn different people. So I think that's kind of how us in our community have all these different people that um, feel like they bring new stuff, even though they might not. They have a different way of presenting it and have other insights and all that other stuff. I mean, all of us aren't going to answer these questions exactly the same way. It's kind of that whole, if something happens in the middle of a crowd and you ask everybody what happened, you're not going to get the same story from everybody. You're going to out of most of them, you're going to get all of them saying something or explaining something different. So that's kind of how I feel like our community is. So I would say probably something like that. But yeah, being immovable, stuff like that, being assured of myself, and knowing that my content is good and it hits home, even though that's not what I try and do all the time. So, anyway, we're on our last question. So it says, do a quick impression of how you would review your favorite manga title 5 years ago versus today, and what's different. Oh my god. You should have just made this a question by itself. Let's see. I'll even do you one better. So, um, like 14, 13 years ago when I started and found out that Suikoden was is my overall favorite series and has been for well over 10 years. Um, it was, oh my god, this is such a good series. Oh my god. They have dragons, knights, there's lizard people. Oh my god, this is so good. They included giant insects that shoot laser beams. What? What? This is the best one ever. Who came up with this? Oh, and if you don't know, this is me flipping pages. They have these like magic stones that give you like elemental powers. Oh my god. This is the best. oh, it's over. Dang it! I wish they would. All I needed was like a tank, and that would have been it. That would have been it. So we'll bump it up. This is me at 18. Man, this still holds up. Love it from like the day I first read it. Oh my god, this is such a great. I'm glad I'm rereading this. Oh my god, it's so great. So now we're gonna bump it up before I was a manga tuber when I reread it for the third time in my life. God, this is such good. Oh my god. I don't know why I don't read this every year. This is so good. Dang it. Okay, now today. Guys, this manga is The Cat's Meow, Cat's Pajamas. You should totally buy it. It's been number one on my list for 13, 14 years. It is unmovable, hasn't been shaken from its spot. Short of not being a tank in there, you know, I think this is everything that you need. There's not really elves or dwarves, but you have all these other mystical creatures and whatnot in it. So, oh my gosh, it's just fantastic. Maybe they could throw like an elf in there and a dwarf. You know, maybe throw a tank in there. You know, yeah, I mean that's about all we need because we got everything else. So anyway, that's probably how I would be with Suikoden 3 for through the years, just because it is one of the only, well, it is the only one, my only series that I've read multiple times, because it is so good. Every time I read it, it starts out as something else, and I swear every time I read it as I get older, it always feels like there's more that's added into the story. And even though it's not, I would probably have to, and I'm getting a little nerdy here, I would probably have to compare it to like the Never Ending Story, just like it keeps going. I mean, it's so good. And yeah, I mean, my impression has changed a little bit about it, but it still stands strong. I mean, it's, like I said, it's been my favorite series, 13, 14 years. So, yeah. Since I started reading, so. Which, right? Isn't that a long time? But, anyway, if you guys haven't read that one, jump on it. It's real cheap. Right Stuff has a good deal on it for all of them. You can get like the first 6. Then you can buy 8 through 11 individually for like $5 or $4, somewhere in there. And then all you have to do is find volume 7. But like I said, it is one of my absolute favorite series. It's number 1, and it's never lost that position from when I finished reading it, and ongoing even to today. So, yeah. So, stay tuned for another top 100 video. I don't know when I'm going to do that, but then we'll get to know more. Expect my top ones probably not to change very much, but especially my number 1. But anyway, I will catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Thanks ReRun Ransome for doing this. Triple R. Go subscribe to him if you haven't. Do this tag if you haven't. I know everyone's doing a Mascio J's, but ReRun's got this one out too. And I hope you guys will enjoy this video and enjoy this tag, and move forward from there. So, anyway, thanks for watching. I'm your boy, Jen Graves. I will catch you later. And like I said, thanks for subscribing. And comment down below if you have any comments or anything on this video or anything else. So, anyway, I will catch you guys later. Bye.